Hey, this is a channel message for you, for your highest good. I trust that it found you at the right time. It'll be a timeless reading, take it as it resonates, and I really appreciate you being here with me right now. I'm going to be super vulnerable for a second and super honest and say that the current transits are really affecting me. This is like Mars retrograde in Leo conjunct my moon is it's sort of messing me up. But in saying that, I feel like there's a message here. I feel like there's something that needs to be heard, and there's something that I need to say. And I apologize in advance if I have some trouble getting it out, but I do feel called to try and deliver some kind of a message here. So I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you being here with me, despite that. I don't know, I just felt called to say that. Hold your vision, fixed moon. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So it's like, even in the face of adversity here, and even in feeling like potentially you've been through it, or it's like you don't know how much more of this you can take, it's like you might be feeling like two steps forward, one step back. And that's okay because you are moving forward. And the seeds you have planted are the right seeds, and source is guiding you in this, and you are in the right place at the right time, even if it doesn't feel like it. Potentially the answer here to this stagnancy is bringing love into this situation. New moon in Aquarius, which is opposite Leo, funnily enough. And maybe it's like accepting that not every day are you going to shine at your brightest, but that doesn't mean that you're any less valuable, and that doesn't mean that you don't have something to contribute to the situation, to your community. Like, the people that are supposed to be in your life and the people that are meant for you will accept you on all of those days, the good days and the bad days. And it's like, even on those bad days, these dreams that you might consider impossible because you're in some kind of a lower vibration, they are still very much possible, and you are moving forward despite appearances. I'm getting, don't rely on appearances and your some old subconscious beliefs that are still kind of running their programs and doing their thing. I'm getting love for yourself and others, and potentially look at your judgment systems and the way that you judge other people, but more importantly, the way that you judge yourself, because that's going to reflect, like, if you pass judgment onto somebody else, that's a big clue, because typically you will judge yourself in the same way. And I'm just getting, don't look back at these old relationships that haven't worked out, and people that have mistreated your emotions and held you to a certain standard and made you feel like you have to show up every single day and perform at your best, whatever that means. Like, I feel like you always do your best. And like, coming into a knowing of that, and coming into a knowing that it's a lot more beneficial for you to look into the future and look forward to like things that are going to come in for you and happen for you now that you've planted these seeds. That's what's going to lead to these really beneficial relationships, or some kind of like a partnership here, like a divine partnership. Or even outside of that, just more balance in yourself, because it's like you're really honoring your emotions now. And it's like going through bad days and having low energy and like a low emotional frequency is really going to be showing you the contrast that you need to see at this time, because those are the days where you really need to nurture yourself and look after yourself and like your perceptions about yourself, and like knowing that you have value despite any kind of performance or like how you're showing up. That's when you really need to do that. Like, it's easy to have self-value on the days where you're on fire and like everything's cooking and working out for you, and you feel like, yeah, like I really nailed that. I nailed that speech, or that meeting I had to have, or that my partner came to me with an issue, and I just had it sorted. I knew what to say, and like I knew how to repair things. Like, not every day is going to be like that, and that's when you're really being called to, like, look at the way you treat yourself, like, and how you act from a place of an emotional, like a lower emotional frequency. And it, like, you might catch yourself here doing things that it's like you realize now that you have a choice. Like, so you're coming more into some kind of a self-control and a self-mastery on those bad days, and knowing that you always had a choice. You may just have to dig deeper internally to, like, really not act out and, like, be patient with yourself. I'm just getting be patient with yourself. And, like, Aquarius is a fixed sign, so it's like consistently doing that every day and consistently bringing love into the situation and focusing on self-love every day, no matter if you're feeling good or bad, is going to lead to, like, way more balance internally and, like, in your relationships here. But it's like this is actually a big process for you. I'm getting this is a huge transformation, that potentially there's things about this that might scare you. There's some kind of a fear, maybe around responsibility, or just being vulnerable. Like, because of some relationships that haven't worked out in the past. And I'm just getting, like, and here we go with the Ace of Swords. Like, so we're coming into the truth of this. And it's like, I feel like there's been really significant relationships in the past where you have been emotionally mistreated and held to some kind of a standard. And if you didn't perform to other people's standards, you were almost like berated or made to feel small. So it might be difficult for you to be vulnerable with people and just admit sometimes that there are days where you're not on your A game, or days where you're not quite feeling it like you would want to. And it's like I feel like it's difficult for you to trust that other people are going to accept that, which it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, so when you believe that that's what's going to happen, that's sort of what you get. That's sort of what you get in return here. And it's affecting your finances or even just your health. I'm getting it. It affects your health. Like, the stress is more detrimental to your body than anything else that you could put into it. It's like if you're running on a program of constant stress and worry, I'm getting that worry might really be affecting you, and potentially you're not fully conscious of, like, some kind of a like a fight or flight response that's just like running on autopilot here. But, like, coming to the truth of this and really sitting with yourself, and I'm just getting it starts with the self-love and always bringing love into the situation every single day with yourself and accepting where you're at and knowing that you have value. That's what's really going to kind of give you the freedom to, like, have any emotional opportunity that you want, because you have the choice now. So you're free to move. It's like, if you can come into this self-mastery of, like, being able to react in any way that you want, then you're basically running the whole program and controlling the external just through more of an internal harmony and, like, an internal balance here. And yeah, it's just like I'm getting you in this process of, like, connecting with your emotions in ways that I don't think you have previously because of some kind of a past trauma, or it's created some fear around accepting the truth of, you know, some days I'm just not feeling it. That's really what I'm getting here. It's like, if you're having a low day, it's like the energy of going straight to what's wrong with me. Like, what can I do better? It's like trying to solve a problem. You start trying to problem solve I'm getting. And you might shut yourself from, or shut yourself off from other people when this happens. Knight of Cups in reverse again. So it's like really a lack of vulnerability and a lack of like sharing yourself physically with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Like I'm getting you might shut down and kind of hide away when you need to recharge. But then the vibrational message that you're kind of sending, my left ear is like ringing hectically too right now, by the way. I don't know why that's happening. And it's like the feminine side too. So you're really sending this message to the universe that you only deserve love on your best days. So it creates this need to perform. And it's all tied in with your self-value, because potentially it's like you see yourself as valuable when you're getting things done, or when you're reaching milestones, or when you're on a certain frequency and like you have emotional control. So you go, okay, like I'm valuable now because I'm doing what I got to do. But we're all wounded in some way here. We've all experienced trauma. We're all down here learning lessons, because if we had nothing to learn, we wouldn't be here. So it's really accepting that we all have value, like regardless of how we're showing up. As long as we're doing our best. I feel like you're doing your best with what you got. And it really, there's a lot of pain around you not performing at like a certain standard that you've set for yourself. So what are we going to do about this? Lightning power. So I think the exposing this first of all is like, that's the first step here, is like illuminating the situation, and it potentially will create like some emotional turbulence here, because you're going to have to like kind of relearn how to cooperate with people and like coexist on days where you're like not feeling great. And I just get like here too, wind activation. It's like communication is going to be key here, because like I'm getting like be really upfront and honest, like kind of like I was at the start of the reading, like, hey, I'm really being affected by something right now. So and I apologize too, which like maybe I just shouldn't have even apologized for that. Eagle communion too. So it's like there's a higher perspective and a higher understanding here with this death card too. It's like there's a massive transformation that's going to occur. And it's really going to lead to you stepping into like more harmonious relationships, because you're going to start to interact only with people who accept you for who you are on any day. Like, and it's like these people who are holding you to some kind of a standard or expect you to perform, they don't really belong in your space, and they're not for you, because you're moving into a higher frequency at more of a consistent rate. Like I'm getting that that's your goal here, is trying to maintain a higher frequency to attract more harmonious relationships, and being able to freely move wherever you want, because you're like emotionally supported. Potentially you've just had emotionally abusive partnerships in the past. And yeah, there I go. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So it's like being vulnerable, I think, is going to solve a lot of problems here. And it's time to do it now. Like, it's time to take action. And I'm getting that there's going to be the closing out of some kind of a cycle here, with conclusions are in reach. Like, it's a conclusion, like, and a win-win outcome is forecast. So it's like you get to feel good, and you get to attract people that like want to be around you no matter what, and want to support you through all the times, the hard times, the times where you feel like you can't perform. Is like, we got you. It's like soul tribe energy, like attracting like a real soul tribe here. Just something that's more exciting, you have more options. You feel more free. You have more control over your behavior and how you react to things. So don't focus on the past. Just focus on the future. Fury climax approaches. So focus on like this climax. Focus on this this conclusion. that is within reach. Don't worry too much about the people from your past who have mistreated you. Like, try to focus on like closing out this cycle, because I feel like it's a lot bigger here than you might realize. It might be the key to something. What is it the key to? Yeah, so Five of Swords in reverse. So an end to like conflict and like mental conflict, difficult conversations with people where you feel like you need to defend yourself, and then I'm just seeing like narcissist energy, like people who know that you're right and they just want to create conflict like just for the sake of it, and just like people who want to like wind you up like just for the sake of it. And then when you finally you react and you defend yourself and you prove your point, they go, oh, okay, and they just walk away, and they got what they want, because they were never trying to like prove you wrong. They were just trying to upset you. Like narcissist energy. And yeah, like going on this you know what it is? It's like this is going to help you navigate the times where you don't fully feel like in control, and you feel like you need to receive, and you feel like you need help, and you need guidance, and you need mentorship, and you need like not even that, but like you need emotional support. When you feel like you need emotional support, it's going to be there now, because you've gone through this process of like recalibrating your energy and only accepting the people who will love you for you. You know, not some kind of a not love you for some kind of a performance or what they can get out of the situation. Getting like physical codependency, like people might be physically dependent on you, and they start demanding that you perform and you do better. And why is it not ready yet? You know, and it's even like I'm picking up a frequency of like they do it. It's kind of sly, you know, like it's like, oh, I'm not really putting pressure on you, but like I sort of am. Like they're putting energetic pressure on you, but they won't be super direct at times. It's like they'll ask you when something's going to be ready, and you say, oh, I'm not feeling it, it's not ready. And they go, yeah, okay, no, I'm not putting pressure on you. And then the next day they go, is it ready yet? And you're like, yo, yeah, yesterday I told you, I'm not, like, it will be done when it's done. You know what I mean? It's like you want things that are more, you want teamwork and partnerships that are more collaborative, where you're actually receiving like what you deserve, instead of being the one to like get everything done and solve everybody's problems. It's like you want relationships that are more harmonious. But yeah, bringing more emotions into this situation is going to be the key here, because I feel like you've taken a lot of action, and there's really no need to take any more action here with the Three of Wands. It's more about like releasing yourself from some kind of like a belief system that's not serving you, which, as I was saying before, I really feel like it's the need to perform. That this belief system is thinking that if you're not performing at your best and you're not feeling it, then you're doing something wrong and you don't deserve help, or you're not valuable. Like, that's the belief system that's got to go here. And like this Aquarius card was saying, like, bring love into the situation every day. I feel like that's the answer here. Self-love every day, no matter what. And the thing about this Eight of Swords card is that all the water down the bottom is all like dried up. So it's like there's no flow, and there's a need to bring like water into the situation. You've really got like all of the other elements here. If you look at it, like you have a mountain and like solid ground, and she's wearing the red, so it's like she knows how to take action, but the water's like drying up here. So it's like giving to yourself emotionally, and I'm just getting drink heaps of water right now. Take a bath, you know, take a few showers every day if you can. Like, just be in water. Try and go to somewhere where there is water, like a body of water that might bring you some kind of peace here. And yeah, I feel like that's going to solve like a lot of these problems here, and there's going to be some kind of divine counterpart or just way more, feeling way more balanced in yourself. I'm really seeing this though with the music harmony. You might be a musician or just really like music, but it's like more harmonious relationships here. And it's like you're actually listening to your own instrument now. Like you're putting your ear up against your own instrument and really feeling the sound that it makes and like accepting. I'm just getting accepting you for you. Yeah, what I just pulled out. Taking care of yourself is super important for your well-being, this says. What's the card? You are worthy. You are enough. That's it. You are worthy. You are enough. And it's like she's taken a bath or something. That's crazy. I mean, not really, but I mean, it sort of looks like that because there's like water on the bottom and it's like she's like scrubbing herself. I don't know. Like, you are worthy. You are enough. That's no matter what. Like that's a complete sentence. You are worthy. You are enough. That is a complete sentence. No matter what, even on your off days. It says, show yourself how grateful you are by spending some time on self-care. Actions speak louder than words when it comes to taking care of yourself. In what way can you show yourself some love today? So thank you guys. I might just leave it there. And I really appreciate you sharing the space with me. And I really hope it helped you. And yeah, bring love into the situation because you are valuable no matter what. So thank you. And I'll see you next time.